Ow. What up? Okay, so here's my embarrassing story, parentheses S. I went to K's Elementary and I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. And I lived in, well, it's called something else right now, but it used to be called Greenbrier Apartments. Does anybody remember that? And I had a park right across the street from my house, and that's kind of where all the kids in that little circle area played, right there at that park, okay? And I came outside, and I'm going to the park, and they have a tree that's probably about maybe 13 feet tall. Not very tall tree. Maybe tall to a 7-year-old, but not a very tall tree. So as I walk up, everybody's like arguing about climbing the tree, basically. Like, oh yeah, well I can climb the tree, and they're not doing it, basically. They're just like, oh, bro, I bet you won't climb the tree. And this other girl's like, I can't climb it, I'm too little. So, and whenever I was 7, I was a pretty cool kid. So this was my opportunity to become even better, basically. I'm just like, dude, I've climbed this tree before. Let me show them how it's done. So I'm just, I walk in, I'm just like, excuse me, let me through. And everybody's like, oh my god, just gonna climb the tree. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna climb the tree. So I'm feeling confident, and then I climb the tree, and I'm just, getting higher in the tree. And then everybody's like, wow, she's climbing the tree, dude. Oh my god, that's so cool. And I'm climbing, and I get to the top. And then I'm just like, yeah. And then everybody's like, alright, come down now. And I'm just like, well, that might be a problem. So I'm just like, well, about that, can you guys, like, go get my mom? So my mom comes outside after what seems like a really, really long and excruciating time. And she's just like, what, honey? Mom? Mommy? What's for dinner? Oh my god, who am I kidding? Mom, I'm stuck in the tree. Call the ambulance, call the cops, get the fire department, I'm stuck. Mommy, get the fire, get the priest. Oh my god, I'm stuck in the tree. Get the fire department, call 911. See, what had happened was my knee got stuck in the tree and like this little like V looking thing, and I was just kind of freaking out. I thought I was gonna die in the tree, and I was like, oh my god, Mom, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in the tree. And everybody was just kind of like, um. My mom ends up coming up, and she's just like, she puts her arms on me, and then sets me on the ground, and she's just like, it's okay. I'm over here like, oh, yeah, you know, totally knew that was gonna happen. I'm fine. I'm about to unfollow this chick. I mean, not only does she capitalize every single first letter of every word, when things are plural, she puts an apostrophe S at the end of the word. I mean, does she not know that that actually signifies ownership? What? What else have I been embarrassed about? Well, there was this one time I was in 3rd grade. I went to Dexter this time. That's where I graduated from. Dexter. Ha! Yeah. Alright, so there was a play, like Black History Month play, and they wanted me to be the narrator. And right now if they asked me that, I'd be like, sure, why not? But in 3rd grade I was just like, narrator? What? Yeah, how about you give me like a minor act in the play, because I totally cannot be the narrator. Well, during that play, actually, I got on stage, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's so many people. Ah, why did I agree to this? And like, I ended up being Rosa Parks' grandma or something like that, grandma or mom. and my line was coming up, and I knew every inch of my line. That makes sense. I knew it. I knew my entire line. And then it was my turn to talk, and I'm just like, oh. And the chick next to me is just like, say your lines. Yeah. Say your lines. Yeah. Say your lines. Yeah. I can't. I was like having a panic attack. But it was all inside. On the outside, I was just like, it's not that I forgot my lines, it's just that I couldn't get them out. But now, I mean, you totally can't keep anything in my mouth. That totally did not sound the way it did in my head.
Stop being a grammar Nazi, Jennifer. Well, I'm sorry, but whenever somebody makes that many mistakes, I mean, my feet, I could type better with my toes.
This isn't a very embarrassing story that I'm about to tell you, but I don't care, because it's, like, sort of embarrassing. Alright, so, I was probably, like, I was 5, I was living with my grandma, and I had my friends over, and I don't really remember all their names. One of them was named Mackenzie, and I think my sort of cousin friend, Erica, was there, and Mackenzie's sister, Sarah, or somebody. Well, anyway, we were all at my house, and we were in my backyard. We were playing water guns. And then my friend Mackenzie, she was 2 years older than me. She was 7. And anyway, we were playing water guns, and she took my water gun. And I don't remember if she traded me, and I didn't want her water gun, but I had a different water gun in my hand. And I was like, better give me my water gun. I was flipping out. She was like holding it up in the air, like, ha ha ha, I have your water gun, and you can't get it, ha ha. And I was getting really mad. I was just like, no, that is my water gun, you need to give it back. And she wouldn't give it back. That was her mistake. I was like, oh, you're not giving it back. Oh, okay. So I took this other water gun that I had in my hand, and bam, right up in the head. She started crying. And I was just like, yeah, bet you wish you didn't take my water gun now. She's sitting there like, yeah! And everybody else is like, oh, I'm telling. I'm just sitting there kind of like, well, crud. You don't have to tell me. You should see me. I mean, we're even now. Yeah. So we all came in, and I had to go stand in the corner in front of all my friends. And then my grandma gave her an ice pack and gave them all ice cream sandwiches and then made me sit and watch them eat it. And I didn't get any. Because someone else stole my water gun. That makes sense. I was super angry. Yeah. That's all the embarrassing things I can think of at the moment. Like, because once I started getting older, I kind of stopped caring. And I was just like, whatever. And I really, honest to goodness, have not been embarrassed in actually a really long time. But when that happens, which I guarantee it probably will eventually, when that happens, I will be sharing it with everyone. Yeah.